got a great story for you. It's called The Color Keepers of Hidden Island. Once upon a time, far away, there was a magical place called Hidden Island. No one knew it existed, except for those who believed in vanilla-scented wishes and spinning donuts. Hidden Island wasn't just any island. It was a place bursting with colors. The trees had rainbow leaves. The rivers flowed with lemonade. And the sky was a swirling mix of every hue imaginable. But Hidden Island had a secret. Its joy came from the magical sprinkles of a donut named Dizzy. Mimi, a tiny fairy who smelled of marshmallows, lived there. Her home was a cozy teacup, and she could make any food taste like marshmallows. She often granted cozy wishes. One sunny afternoon, a boy named Diego, who loved playing soccer, was kicking a soccer ball in his backyard when he noticed something peculiar. A trail of magenta sparkles, like tiny, sweet-smelling fireworks, was leading away from his yard. Being a curious boy, Diego followed the trail, his soccer ball bouncing beside him. The sparkles led him to the edge of the sea, where a hidden portal shimmered. He stepped through, and suddenly, he was on Hidden Island. "Welcome," a cheerful voice chirped. Diego looked around and saw a flying donut, covered in sprinkles, spinning in the air. "I'm Dizzy, and this is Hidden Island. I make the island colorful with my sprinkles." The sprinkles on Dizzy's body changed colors as he told a joke, making Diego laugh. A tiny magenta fairy with wings fluttered closer. "Hello, I am Mimi. I grant cozy wishes," she said in a sweet, tiny voice. "I can make any food taste like marshmallows just by touching it," she added with a smile. Just then, a strange thing happened. The rainbow leaves on a nearby tree began to fade. The lemonade river turned clear, and the sky lost some of its vibrant colors. "Oh dear," cried Mimi, her voice filled with worry. "Something is wrong." Dizzy stopped spinning, his sprinkles losing their sparkle. "My sprinkles!" he exclaimed. "They're losing their color!" "We must find out what happened to the sprinkles," said Mimi. "They give our island its joy." Diego, always up for an exploration, offered, "I'll help!" Mimi smiled at him and said, "Your kindness is appreciated. Let's start searching." Dizzy, though worried, began to spin slowly, his sprinkles barely twinkling. They began their search. Diego used his soccer skills to kick a small, sparkling pebble, and it guided them through the forest. They discovered that the sprinkles were not on the island. They searched everywhere. Mimi's teacup house, the lemonade river, the rainbow leaf trees. No sprinkles. They asked the talking flowers, but they didn't know. Diego kicked his soccer ball to the other side of a wide, muddy puddle so Mimi and Dizzy could cross without getting dirty. "That's a good kick, Diego," Dizzy said. And thanks, they followed the sparkle trail, but it had vanished. Suddenly, Dizzy remembered something. "The hole in my middle! It's a portal! It leads to the laugh dimension. Maybe the sprinkles are there." Mimi nodded. "Let's go." They flew toward the hole in the middle of Dizzy and jumped in. The laugh dimension was a place of silly jokes, wobbly walls and giggling clouds. Everything was upside down and inside out. They found the sprinkles, but they were locked in a giant jar. A grumpy gray cloud was guarding it. "Those sprinkles belong to me now," grumbled the cloud, who looked very sad. Diego knew what to do. "Dizzy, tell a joke." Dizzy, despite his worry, spun and told a joke. The grumpy cloud started to crack a smile, then burst out laughing. "That was a good joke," he said. "I haven't laughed in a long time." While the cloud was laughing, Diego, using his soccer skills, kicked a tiny but strong kick at the jar. The sprinkles were free. Dizzy quickly scooped up the sprinkles. They flew back to Hidden Island. As they returned, they sprinkled the sprinkles back on Dizzy. His sprinkles sparkled brightly again. As the sprinkles returned to Dizzy, the colors of Hidden Island returned. The trees turned rainbow, the river flowed with lemonade, and the sky was filled with vibrant colors. "We did it!" cheered Diego, Mimi, and Dizzy together. "My sprinkles are back!" Dizzy shouted. "And the island's colors are back!" Mimi said. "I knew we could do it if we worked together." Diego realized that helping his friends brought joy and colors back to the island. He smiled. It had been a good day. From that day on, Hidden Island was even more colorful, and the three friends continued to have many fun, colorful, and joyful times together, always helping one another. The end. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What happened to Hidden Island when the sprinkles went missing? Let's see how you did. The answer is, the colors of Hidden Island began to fade. You did a great job. Thank you for listening to Story Pie. I hope to see you again soon.